Do you ever feel like it just is futile to plan your workday? Because what happens is there's all this unexpected stuff, it's urgent, it comes up, and it just messes with your plan, throws your whole day off, derails you, and there's nothing you can do about it? Well, in this episode, I am going to share a strategy with a really fun name with you. Welcome to the Do More, Stress Less podcast. I'm your host, Alexis Hasselberger, a time management and productivity coach. In every episode, I give you actionable, practical tips to help you learn to use your time in a way that feels good to you every day. No more hustling, scrambling, or struggling to keep your head above water. So let's dive in, and soon enough, you'll be doing more and stressing less. I spend a lot of time teaching. But I also spend a lot of time learning. And one of my favorite things is when I get to learn stuff from my students and clients. Now, a while back during a group coaching session, one of my clients was talking about some improvements that he'd made to his schedule. And he said, and I make sure to block enough Taz time every day. And that's working so well for me. And for a second, I thought maybe I'd misheard because I had absolutely no idea what Taz time was. And so, as I do when I don't know what's going on, I stopped and I asked. And he said, "Oh, yeah, that's what I call the buffer that I build into my schedule. It's for the Tasmanian devil, all that urgent stuff that just comes up and you've got to deal with it quickly before it makes a huge mess." And I thought to myself, this is genius. Taz time sounds so much more fun than what I call it, buffer. And it's so evocative of what it feels like, especially when you haven't blocked the time for Taz time. And it's also alliterative, and who doesn't love that? Taz time. It just kind of rolls off your tongue. And that's exactly what it feels like, doesn't it? You have a plan, and then that Tasmanian devil comes in and starts running around and throwing stuff all over the place and leaving remnants of a tornado in its wake, all for you to clean up. But if you block off the time for Taz, then you're essentially kind of penning him in. You're making sure that there's a fence and that he doesn't go around ripping the rest of your plan to shreds. So that's it. I'm using it. From now on, it's called Taz Time. And I have my client to thank, and so do you. But I want to know, what do you call it? If you have something that you call this Taz Time or this buffer, my boring word for it, what do you call it? Let me know. And that's a wrap on today's episode of the Do More, Stress Less podcast. If you found today's episode helpful, please share it with somebody who could use a little less stress in their life. And make sure you subscribe so you never miss an episode. And if you're excited to take action or you need a little extra support, check out the free resources available on my website or schedule a free consultation call with me. You can do both of these at alexishasselberger.com. See you next time.